Hello everyone, today I have the pleasure of interviewing Abraham, a very famous player. I'm going to ask him the survey questions as usual and also some personal questions I was able to ask him today. And I wasn't able to go further today because he got busy. So I'm just going to ask as much as he can and as I can. And something also to know, guys, for everyone that I've asked these questions about, I'm going to do a follow-up with them, more than likely, after the tournament is finished. And I'm going to upload, see what the replies are. And from there. So let's start with Abraham's general survey questions. Who do you expect to win? ¿A quién esperas ganar el torneo? Which is what Abraham says. Es un poco difícil esa pregunta. Kula, si sigue jugando como antes lo hacía, de ahí seguro el Bart. He says it's a little difficult to answer this question, but Kula if he keeps playing like he used to play. And also, there's something to be sure about is Bart. That's who he thinks will win 2002. Second question. ¿Cómo ves los mexicanos en contra de los japoneses? Yeah. He says, let me say it in English. How would you see the Mexicans versus the top Japanese players? He says, un grandioso papel. No dudo la capacidad de los japoneses, pero confío en las mañas de los mexicanos. He says, I don't doubt very much the ability of the Japanese, but he puts his trust in the Mexican players. All right. Third question. How do you think Hummer will fare in Mexico? ¿Cómo piensa Hummer haría en México? Abraham says, seguro no le gana a todos y al que llegará al ganarle, que lo dudo serio con muy poca diferencia. He says he's not gonna beat everybody, and everybody's not gonna beat him either. So that's basically what he's saying. Next question. How do you think Hummer who do you think Hummer will beat of the top players? ¿A quién piensa que le ganará a Hummer de los mejores de México? Alrighty, this is an interesting response. Es una respuesta muy interesante de Abraham. Okay, number 4. He says Luis Cha and Osmani. Dice Luis Cha y Osmani no se dedica con la misma pasión. Y Luis Cha y Osmani no se dedica con la misma pasión al KOF. Y Luis Cha nunca entrena. Así que seguramente les ganará a ellos dos. He says that Luis Cha, he thinks, and Osmani doesn't dedicate himself with the same passion to KOF that he used to. And Luis Cha never trains. So those are the people he was sure that Hummer would be able to beat. Only Luis Cha and Osmani. Lo oyes Luis y lo oyes Osmani. Lo que dice. Debe motivarles. I'm saying, Luis Cha, do you hear that? If you're watching, Osmani, do you hear it? That should motivate you. All right, next question. Sorry, guys, but I'm gonna go into a party today, so I'm trying to kind of hurry this up. Got some ladies to go visit, so all right, number 5. How will Hummer do in the tournament? ¿Cómo haría el Hummer en el torneo? Okay. The 5th question, he says, entre el 10 y el 5 no más, posiblemente menos. Digo, no es por menospreciar el nivel que se tienen, pero conozco a los mexicanos en su máximo nivel. And he says, entre el 10 y el 5 puede ser 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 o 10. He basically says between from 5th place to 10th place. And he says he's not saying that to depreciate or the level of skill that Hummer has. But he says he knows the Mexican players that they're maximum level play. So he says between 5th place and 10th, he says that's where Hummer would fall in the tournament. Next question I asked him was, I don't have it down here, I didn't type it up, but I asked him, lo siguiente pregunta no está aquí, pero lo puse por el competidor, pero fue, ¿quiénes son los 5 mejores jugadores de México ahora en tiempo? I asked him the next question I would have asked him, I had it typed, but I don't know what happened, was, who are the top 5 players in his opinion in Mexico? And he says here, siempre y cuando vaya Kula, Bart, Andrés y ellos. Saludo. Un saludo. Oh no, sorry. That's something else. That's a different question. Here it is. In tu opinion, in your opinion, who are the top 5 players in 2002 in Mexico? En mis tiempos eran Kula, Bart, Andrés, Quinto y Luis Cha. Pues al parecer Ciudad Juárez ha sacado el nivel. No sé por qué esperó tanto tiempo. He says in his times when he was really at his prime, really, he says it was Kula, Bart, Andrés, Kinsu, and Luis Cha. But it seems right now that Ciudad Juárez has arrived at a level. He doesn't know why it took so long, but that's what he says. And then here we go to the personal questions. Alrighty. What do you think of the skill level of WarZ right now, and how do you think Zeus has leveled up since JuareZ WarZone? He says, mejor bastante creo que Zeus es que el más, or basically what he was saying, because I had it there, I don't know what happened to it. He's saying that Zeus is leveled up so much. He's leveled up like ridiculously leveled up to where it's like he's not even recognizable from JuareZ WarZone and last year around this time, and now he's like, it's not even close. That's what Abraham says. Next question. I think this is the final question. Yeah, final question I could get him with, because I was gonna follow up on him with some stuff, which, oh my god, I'm just gonna tell you right now, whenever the tournament concludes, I'm going to go to Shuriken, and we're gonna have a lot to talk about, but I'm gonna get to that later. I'm a little bit. We're gonna have a whole lot to talk about, because there's a lot of stuff going on right now, and between today and tomorrow even, on my channel that's gonna come up. I'm gonna talk about all of it. When I return to Shuriken to talk about the results, like I said, I'm going to talk about all of it, and I'm going to talk about that in this interview a little bit, briefly, so you know what to expect to a degree. Okay, because that's when the real fun begins after the tournament. That's when the real fun's going to begin. Okay, next question. The last question, very deep question. What do you think about the skill level of Bata from JuareZ WarZone? Do you think the joysticks had a lot to do with that? Bata also said during the time that he was #1 in Japan in '98. Do you believe that? ¿Qué piensas del nivel de Bata del torneo el febrero de JuareZ WarZone? ¿Piensa que los tableros tuvieron algo que hacer con cómo jugó el Bata? Bata dijo también durante ese tiempo que fue el número 1 en Japón y el 98 normal. ¿Lo crees? Okay, this is what Abraham says. Dice Abraham, al parecer con lo poco que entendí de lo que decía, es que no se dedicaba de lleno al 2002, sino al 2002 UM y 98 normal y UM. Entonces es obvio que no ganaría. Sin embargo, si nosotros jugáramos en ese tiempo 2002 UM y 98 UM, seguro le ganamos. No vi mucho nivel ahora que analizo su juego, porque yo ya juego también 2002 UM, entonces sé cómo es su nivel y no es tan fuerte. Basically, he is saying that, Bata wasn't that strong. Basically, he's saying right now that, he is sure right now that they would beat Bata in 2002 UM, 98 UM, and these other games right now they're playing. He's very certain. But basically, in a nutshell, he's saying, and even 98, he thinks they'll beat him. Regular 98, he thinks they'll beat Bata. He thinks that Bata's level of skill wasn't that strong. And see, I was going to follow up with this question right here, which I know y'all been waiting for me to talk about. And yes, I have, but I've been just waiting for the right time to talk about it, whether it's going to be an update or what. My next question. La pregunta siguiente, porque no tuve tiempo de contestar a Abraham. Dice, ¿has oído de Bata perdiendo a jugador francés Salim 10-4 en la 2.8 UM? ¿Qué piensas sobre este tema? I was going to say, well, have you heard about Bata losing the French player Salim 10-4 in 2002 UM, and what were your thoughts on that? Now, all that, I'm going to talk about my thoughts on all this, after the tournament. And that's what I'm going to talk about in Shuriken. I'm going to talk about the following things when it comes to that. Obviously, the tournament results, but before the tournament results, tying all together, I'm going to talk about, first off, I'm going to probably talk about the KOF 13 tournament that is happening today with number 17, the Japanese player, in Puebla. And I'm sure Kula wants to send a message to the AI players about that. I'm also going to talk about how Armando Obala got 3rd place. Congratulations to, in the King of Fighters 13 tournament. and he's only been playing it for about a week. I'm also going to talk about, like I say, the KOF Cup tournament, and then I'm going to talk about Bata losing to Celine. So I'm going to talk about all that when I return to Shoryuken, and when I do my, probably my latest update. But for sure, I'm going to talk about that on Shoryuken. So that's basically that, guys. What do you think about all that? I'm going to have to let y'all go because, again, I've got some ladies I'm going to go visit tonight, and it's going to be fun. I'm going to need it because next weekend, yeah, I'm going to be in Mexico, and, I'm going to get to have me some fun in Mexico, but I'm not going to be able to have as much fun with the ladies in Mexico as you might think because this is my tournament this next weekend, and therefore I'm the guy that has to do everything. So I'm the one that's I've got to make sure everything runs smoothly. So that means I got to sacrifice more time with women, to make sure the event is good. Hey, so be it. So, so we'll see how things go, guys. And what do you all think about this? All right, bye.